Hey, scrappy people, it's Traci Reed here today, coming at you with a DIY your scraps video using my Still Me collection. I have used the heck out of this collection for multiple planner spreads, a 8.5 by 11, or no, 9 by 12 layout, and a bunch of other projects. So I have some scraps left over that I haven't used yet. So today I'm going to be making some clusters and journal spots. I'm not going to make any journal cards because I haven't been pocket scrapbooking this year. So instead of journal cards, I will be making some spots for memory planning. So this is going to be totally random. I'm not even worrying about what size things are, that kind of stuff, because except for the memory planning squares, but just trying to make some fun pre-made embellishments so that I can just pull from them in the future and stick them on some layouts. So for this one, I have made a banner and I've clustered a bunch of the circular embellishments, and it's feeling a little bit wonky and lopsided. So I'm going to add this part of this little heart border to the page that also has circles, but they are circles that form a line, so it gives a little bit of variation in the theme and balances it a little bit more. So I've already cut down some of this pattern paper into the appropriate memory planning square size. Some of them are not. I'm just using my literal scraps of paper so that it doesn't go to waste or disappear into my stash. So I thought a little to-do list with a fun, cute little coffee cup would be a good little cluster. I feel like I need something else here, so I think I'm gonna add like a pencil or a pen, I believe. Because, you know, with a to-do list, you need a pen or a pencil. So I cut a pencil off of the border here, and I'm sorry for my head. I need to stop standing up when I scrapbook, but it's most comfortable for me right now to stand up. So I just notched it into a banner, like I like to do. Banners are a quick and easy way to add some interest. This is a planner sticker that I'm putting over a memory planning size piece of pattern paper. My memory planner is 8.5 by 11, which means that the rectangles are a bit larger than the size I make my planner stickers, because my planner stickers are sized for a classic planner. So this is a good way to use that planner sticker and make it the right size without, you know, having to worry about it too much. Another memory planner sized rectangle, and I'm going to add some more die cuts to it. This one says it's time, and I'm going to use the excess labels I have to create a journaling spot that I can write on. I've been doing a lot of my memory planning in Photoshop and then printing, a lot of hybrid style memory planning, but I figure if I can create some boxes that I might be able to transition into regular traditional scrapbooking memory planning, although technically it's still hybrid because these are all printables from my shop at tracireed.com. The Still Me collection is a fun self-care sort of collection. So I'm adding another one of these pencils to the bottom here to fill up this space, making sure that it's nice and straight, which is super fussy of me. Pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down, till you're happy. There we go. Next is a journaling spot from the stickers, but I got a little bit of dirt on it. I think my cat walked over it, so I have to cover up a little space. So I'm just going to add this take what you need and pass it on like poster to the bottom. And I added a shooting star as well. That'll give me room to journal still, but cover up that dirty spot and make it a little bit more interactive and fun than just a plain old journaling spot. I'm trying to figure out what I can put over here underneath this star to cover up this little tiny bit of dead space. And I'm going to put this moon die cut under here because it seems to be appropriate with a shooting star. There we go. I find that making clusters in advance, even if they aren't tied to journaling spots, like this one is not going to be, really helps me think outside the box while I'm scrapbooking, because I already have these pre-planned clusters, and so I don't have to think about clustering, and I can think more about design and how I want things to look. So it's always fun to, even if you're not tying it to something more grounding like a journal spot, it's always fun to cluster up some of your embellishments. I'm going to take this tag and add the pen cup to it, and this "Your next chapter is going to be amazing." Another memory planning rectangle here. And I pre-cut these to the right size just to save on time while I am recording this video. It's always good to pre-plan a little bit so that you know what direction you're going in. It helps to make things go a little bit faster when you do sit down to do scrapbooking, or when you sit down to make clusters like this. This one is another planner sticker that talks about how exercise is not punishment for eating too much, but rather a celebration of what your body can do. And so at the bottom of it, I'm going to put this little die cut that says self-care. I love the girls in this collection. One is jumping for joy, one has a planner and a coffee cup, one is doing yoga, and then another one that I've already used so many of that I don't have anymore to make in this video is reading a book. Those are all ways in which I practice self-care and taking care of business as well. So those were what inspired the girls in this collection. Progress, not perfection, and I'm going to adhere it to 2 journaling strips, progress over perfection. I like doing it this way because it also gives me journaling prompts for if I'm not quite sure what to say for a photo or that sort of thing. Like I already have this cluster ready for me to write in that theme, so it's always fun too. I just like to create things that make it easier down the line for me to scrapbook. So I just cut off the bottom of that camera die cut, and it's a sticker, so I just stuck the backing back on there so that it wouldn't be sticky, and I can just pull it back off again when I'm ready to use it. Here's another memory planning sized square that I'm going to create another cluster on. I have a bunch of these circular die cuts. This one says, take the next step even if it's scary, and I decided to add in some of these circular labels as well as this moon, just to keep the circle theme sort of moving along. Of course, we have to add in a planet if we're adding in a moon. Cute. I love the sort of woo-woo, I like saying woo-woo, woo-woo touches in this collection. There's a couple of crystals, there's some stars and moons and planets and things. I felt like it was a fun little addition to this like self-care, you go girl theme. Thinking about adding in the rainbow, but I decided not to. Trying desperately to put something on the bottom here. Decide to go with this banner. Just needed something to add a little bit of horizontal touch and fill up that space down there. There we go. I like creating full collages. I think it's fun to cover up the whole thing. Trying to decide which icon matches this post-it note best. And I thought the work ones would go well. You can't have a comeback without a little setback. So I added a planner and the laptop to that cluster. I'm getting close to done here. I decided to add in a label. It is a sticker, so I just cut it off of with the backing. And I'll just pull the backing off when I'm ready to use it. Why not use up the rest of this banner? The whole name of the game is using up all of your scraps, so that's what I wanted to do. Trying to put in the crystals, but I didn't feel it matched right. The calendar does though. So now this is a fun little work-related cluster. I really like that. There's so many different themes that you can take from the Still Me collection and make it work for you. But that is about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you. And if you don't already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm at Traci Ann Reed. All right, thank you.